but two movements within human consciousness? When read literally, the account breaks down. Where did their wives come from? How could envy exist if nothing had been lost? How could one kill if death was unknown? No one had ever died. The answer is uncomfortable for a traditional reading, but liberating for the conscious reader. The text does not speak of people. It speaks of states of consciousness following the disconnection from Eden. Abel in Hebrew means vapor, breath. It is the consciousness that remembers the flow. It does not need to possess or prove its worth. Its existence is pure expression, not effort. It joins with the breath, the living and uncontrollable. Cain means to acquire, to possess. It is the consciousness that believes if it does not do, it does not exist. That worth is earned, and life responds to effort, not alignment. It joins with the earth, the dense and material. Cain and Abel are not good and evil, but two responses to an internal fracture. The sacrifices are not rituals, but forms of relating to the source. Abel offers the primogeniture and the fat, the spontaneous surrender of being. Cain offers the fruit of the ground, the result of his labor and construction. The text says the Creator looked upon Abel's offering, but not Cain's. Not because Cain's offering was bad, but because it was born from a sense of separation. Here envy arises, not as resentment towards something external, but as a consciousness based on effort that cannot bear to see that alignment flows without struggle. Its pain is, if he does not struggle, why must I? The murder is not physical. Cain silences Abel. When doing dominates, subtle perception is extinguished. Flow turns into control. Hevel's blood cries out from the ground because the subtle does not die. It becomes trapped in the dense. Cain wanted to silence the internal voice that reminded him of another way to live. That is why he is marked, not killed. The consciousness of doing must stop governing, not die. This account is not about an ancient crime. It speaks of something happening today. Every time doing tries to replace being, Abel is silenced, but never destroyed. That is why the story continues, not with punishment, but with integration through his son, Seth. Perhaps this story appears here because it is an invitation to step out of autopilot and the guilt that enslaves us. Perhaps it was never meant to judge Cain or idealize Abel. Perhaps it was meant for you to recognize them within yourself and allow them to reconcile. The path is not to eliminate parts of yourself, but to integrate them. Not to live from guilt, but from consciousness. Not from fear, but from remembrance. And when you remember that you were never separated from the source that dwells within you, something deep finds rest. Not because everything is understood, but because you are no longer running from who you are.